Welcome to the AM show, everybody. How's it going today? So this segment, basically, I'm not going to try to have this as long as yesterday's, but we have several things that to discuss. First one being Pebble. So it was announced that basically Fitbit will extend the lifespan of the Pebble by another 6 months. So June 2018, all servers for the Pebble Watch are going to be shut down for sure. And while some of us that have used the Pebble last year that were worried about how long, like how much of a lifespan can you get out of the watch, I think it's safe to say that at this point right now, for the average consumer who probably bought a Pebble 2, you probably got your money's worth out of it. And then at this point, is probably seeking something different. So you're probably looking for, a full-blown smartwatch that has either Android Wear, or you probably already shifted to the Apple Watch. Pebble was great. Don't get me wrong. And I back Pebble 100%. And I will continue to use Pebble even when that threshold of June crosses. And basically, my Pebble Watch is only going to be good for notifications and replies. I'm assuming replies. They say that voice searches won't work anymore, but I'm assuming that the voice replies should still work. Um, so long as I have Android Wear installed on the phone. So, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna test those out once we cross that line. But and it's real nice of Pebble to say, hey, you know what? We promised you guys 2017 the Pebble watches that you bought will work, but we're gonna go ahead and extend it till June. So rather than killing it off this month, which they should have, they're continuing it for another 6 more months to give people more time to kind of migrate over to something different. So either you made the switch to an Apple Watch, you made a switch to Android Wear, or maybe some of the other ones out there like Tick. The Tick Watch is another one that was like really good. Vector was another one. I believe there was I think it's called the Vector Watch. So I mean, there's different smartwatches out there and fitness tracking bands and stuff like that you can switch to. So Pebble, I'm still going to use though. I mean, I'll be honest with everybody. I like the way it functions. I've really only used it for getting notifications without having to pull my phone out. So that was one of the major things that I got it for. So I intend to use it for what I got it for and continue to use it that way, because at least that functionality of the watch will still work. And so I'm looking forward to it. But I think Fitbit is having this thing right now that, I don't know if it's 50% off any of their products or if it's $50 off. I gotta look back at what it said. But basically, it's one of those two. If you are a Pebble user that's going to be switching and going for one of Fitbit's products, you can get, I think it's like $50 or 50% off, one of the two. All right, so kind of moving forward, interesting video I seen the other day where someone was talking about whether YouTube tech reviewers should be trusted, and I wanted to elaborate on that in my own words and just kind of share my thoughts and opinions about it, which was a really interesting video and really good points made. And I'm gonna say this, let's ask the question: should TechTubers be trusted? And the honest answer to that question is no. They shouldn't be trusted. Now, I'm not saying this, like where I'm attacking other tech tubers, so don't get it wrong. I'm including myself. Like, I'm within that group. So should I be trusted? No, I shouldn't. And the reason why I'm saying this is because one thing that's for sure, that's unavoidable and inescapable, is that tech tubers are biased in some form or fashion, no matter what. We may not see it when we're discussing a topic about whatever, but we are. I think tech tubers are here to share their experiences and then allow you guys to form your own opinions on your own. I mean, you guys have your own brains, so you guys can figure out for yourselves whether something is worth your time or not. I think anyone who fully trusts a tech tuber, you're setting yourself up for disappointment at some point in time, only because if you buy something based on what a tech tuber says, exactly on what a tech tuber says, it's a 50-50 shot that either what you're going for is good or bad. But there's never a guarantee that it's always going to be good. And that's just because we have our opinions about things. Like I'll have the LG X Charge. I'll do a review about this, and another tech tuber will say completely different and contradict everything I'm saying. It's based on that, that just our experiences, and our experiences doesn't count for your experience with it. So tech tubers, yeah, they're not to be trusted. They are here to help guide you. Well, that sounds weird. No, they're not here to help guide you. They're here to share their experiences. That's it. That's all it is at the end of the day. That's all it is. It's just that. And like I said, majority of today, people are only interested in unboxings. So seeing something being unboxed doesn't count for an experience. It's just people watching somebody unbox a phone and possibly living their fantasies through that video. It's really all it is. But as far as those people that like follow tech tubers from like everything that they review, from mobile phones to tablets to laptops to smart cars to drones, everything else. I mean, in those instances and scenarios, tech tubers shouldn't be trusted. It's just not. It shouldn't be that way. It should only be about basically like what you take from their experience, and yeah. So anyhow, LG to drop a flagship. It's not going to be called the G7, but everyone's codenaming it the G7. But it's supposed to be something else. So I guess this will be the start of LG's new way of doing things. So as they stated, they're not going to be releasing a flagship every year, but this flagship is to be the first of a new series that is intended to not be like something that I release every year. Who knows? Maybe LG will break their promise and it'll actually be a newer version of it every year. Who knows? I mean, they say things and then they go left field. Nothing's ever really absolutely guaranteed. Now, people are wondering, why are they wanting to retire the G series? Why are they making this big change all of a sudden? And I think partial of it has to do with the fact that the G series kind of caught a bad rap. I mean, the G4 was probably the last, pretty good G series device to drop. The G5 was a total flop with its, modularity idea, didn't work out. The G6 was great. It was wonderful. I think the G6 is a gorgeous looking phone, and I would love to have one eventually one day. In hindsight, though, I mean, there was just too much backlash because of, one of the biggest ones I've seen a lot of was the type of processing chip that it had. It didn't have the 835, and a lot of people were upset about that. So much to the point that they didn't end up getting the G6. Other things was that it is, after its launch, for a long time, the G6 has had a lot of issues, especially on Sprint. The CDMA version basically had some pretty bad issues with it. And therefore, the G6 caught a very, very bad rap. So, to me, it doesn't surprise me that, LG would want to retire the G series. It just doesn't. I mean, people kind of felt like that's what was going to happen with Samsung and the Note series after the Note 7 and the battery issue of it shorting and whatnot. People thought that Samsung was going to retire the Note. They decided to actually keep the Note name, and it worked out in favor for them. But still, the Note is forever going to be synonymous with an exploding phone. The G series and how it's looked at today is looked at as a failure to the Galaxy S series, and it may be so. So but I mean, change is good. Sometimes you just have to rework things around. I mean, LG probably has a more cool idea, and within that idea, they probably want like a fresh new name for its flagship just to commemorate that change, and that's always a good thing. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what LG is going to do. They are probably going to have an expected release of their flagship sometime around April 2018. So we'll be waiting for that. Invites have already gone out by Samsung for the Unpacked for the Galaxy S9. People have been posting nonstop over Google Plus about their predictions, their speculations of the Samsung Galaxy S9, and so I'll probably do an individual video about that um, later on this week or next week. We'll kind of dive more into it, and yeah, so I think we'll probably end it on that note. Like I said, I was going to keep it a lot shorter than yesterday's video. So, but that's it for right now, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by dropping a like. First time checking out my channel, please do subscribe. You're more than welcome to also hit that bell option to know when I upload a video. And yeah, so we're done for the week. I will return back Tuesday morning and have some more things to discuss then. But until that time, you guys stay blessed, be safe, and yeah, aloha. I'll talk to you guys later.